Welcome back to the Urban Ranch version 2.0, episode 33.1. This is part one of a two-part edition. While I enjoy doing tile work, there's a lot of tile to lay in the Urban Ranch, and thus we've asked the B7 crew to assist in getting most of it done. You can see we're up here on the third floor in the guest bath. You can see tile being laid in the along the walls as well as in the custom shower pan the guys have made here, right over top of the radiant floor system, so that your tile in your shower is nice and warm. See the guys starting to tile this wall. The tile for this was actually three different colored tiles that we selected. Crystal then laid out in a purposely random pattern for these tiles. I'll show you those here in just a second. You can see how she laid it out on the floor, and literally they just picked them up and put them up exactly in the way that we had them. Unfortunately, we'd like to think that everything works perfect every time and there are no mishaps. Well, our project's no different than any other, and in fact, after the shower floor had been tiled, Chuck tested the radiant floor system, and we found a leak in the ceiling in the second floor. It was coming from underneath the newly laid shower tile floor in that third floor bathroom there. At first, we attempted to minimize the removal of material, thinking that the issue was where there was a connection had been made in the radiant tubing. But of course, we weren't that lucky. And after ripping up the entire shower floor, the leak was discovered adjacent to the floor drain. You can see there's the connection we thought that it was, but that in fact wasn't the problem. It seems as though the plumber may have nicked the tubing adjacent to the floor drain without realizing it when they were installing it. Well, a quick repair by Chuck and the guys, and back to the races we went, basically with having to rebuild the custom shower pan and relaying new tile. You can see that's a loop then that they put in of new tile. And you can see tile now going back down. And again, while it's unfortunate, things like this unfortunately do happen. You can see here the guys are now working on the tile in our bathroom. This is a Dolomite Marble. It's from the Dolomite Mountains in Italy, which is actually not far from our family home in Chimpetto, Italy, which is about 45 minutes northeast of Venice. You can see there's a bench in the shower there, and a nice, oversized, if you will, shelf nook in the shower to appropriately accommodate your shampoo bottles and things like that. You can see there's a transition with the tile at the top part with those hexagon tiles, and we did that on the ceiling as well. The bench in the shower there is also radiant heated as well, and you can see that Dolomite marble going down in the bathroom floor as well. Well, our main tenet of our philosophy in this project was to ensure that everyone who worked on the project was treated well and fed well. Most afternoons, Crystal and I provided lunch to the team, and sometimes we had the opportunity to join the guys as well. In this case, we picked up some of the most fantastic Mexican cuisine prepared by a dear friend of Raul. Raul is a good buddy of mine throughout the project, and you can see him pop in here just a minute. He's the gentleman with the stocking cap on there. Throughout the project, the B7 crew and us really became close friends, and we really cherished the time we spent together. But lunchtime ends, and with that, we had to get back to work. Literally, all of us had to get back to work. I began working on some of the tile jobs on site myself, including the hearth in our bedroom, which you'll see here, Crystal assisting as we lay those tiles down. Tile saw that I have set up in the outside, getting those tiles cut and all in. And then just grouting those tiles in. And then this is the hearth in the kitchen. Already laid that and just getting that grouted in. Well, stay tuned for part 2 of 2 in this series as I continue to take over the last several tile projects on the urban ranch.